All right, guys. So welcome to life's edutainment for us. Hey, my goodness, having several channels. Hey, my goodness. Anyway, welcome to edutainment for us in a social reaction. Of course, yesterday I was a little bit tired, so I didn't give my best to the previous video. So I hope you'll be gathering here to get a different experience towards what we have. I'm not using a lot of energy, but I'm using some adequate energy towards my analysis. Of course, my analysis is towards the energy that the entire family is giving to the haters. I'm like, why would you focus so much on haters? Every time you do a video, you're like, haters, 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 haters. And at the same time, you say you don't even watch the haters. You don't even have to give your attention to haters. I'm like, hey, you people, you fool us. The reality is that you watch the haters so much. And every next video you do because of the haters. So you should be appreciating the haters because they motivate you to keep working hard, and disapproving them. And you make it, I don't know whether you do or if you still mix up yourself to create more fuss. Anyway, we are on to NYABOHANZE stuff. Some of them scattered in the city the other day and some in Poland. Why not? So we have to discuss things here and there. And of course, Dimongo, I don't know. I just feel like she's really struggling a lot in Poland. Regardless of showing us a new car, regardless of showing us she can drive in a first world country, she can even plow in the farm. I'm looking at everything, I'm like, anyway, maybe the views are coming, but the reality is that you are not doing very well. In terms of life, you know there is a life, and there is the aspect of dignity. When you begin to sound like a broken record, and you always have to say, hi, now the haters have to go to the toilet and wash their hands there, or dip themselves there, or swim themselves there, or is it bad? I don't know which one. I'm like, we are bathing in our bathrooms very fine, and we come and sit and watch your shit, and we just follow the script. All right. So welcome to to edutainment for us. Today I'm just about my other channel. It's because I've skipped a day and I must do something to that channel tonight. Okay. So thank you so much for those who are showing up. I appreciate. And today we are on to this social reaction. Why not? My goodness. I'm like, if I was not paying attention, Haligi Daddy. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming to the live stream on edutainment for us. And I really appreciate your presence. Thank you. Big up to you. I always say that everyone on earth is meant for, we are meant for certain reasons. Maybe I'm meant to keep sitting on my small stool and talking about what I talk about. So you find sometimes there are people who come and they're like, do you spit saliva? Do you don't stop talking about whatever? I'm like, what are you talking about? Anyway, because I'm here for a reason and a season, maybe. Because I can't live forever, of course. Now, let's get to the aspect of we are beginning on a sad note, actually. The death of Betty BAYO. Betty BAYO is one person, when I have seen the videos that there have been. Oh, Lucy says I'll be here for about 30 minutes. Thank you so much, Lucy. I will appreciate a lot because really, when it comes to stuff for NYABOHANZE, I don't know. People don't watch so much and I don't know, but welcome, and I appreciate. I was even looking forward to asking people, what do we do on membership? For example, if you want to do videos on membership packages, what do we do? Because I've not started something yet, because I'm battling between what do I do, Do I talk about general life? Do I talk about the life of women, or general life, marriage life, and what have you as a mother? I've not established. But let's go on with the edutainment for us. Today, focusing on about 4 things here. Okay? Sometimes when you live in life, and if you are a free soul, you may experience a lot of challenges, but you may overcome them. Or even if you don't overcome them, you'll be a happy soul. I've seen Betty Charlo actually battling through life. She was once married to this guy, 310, anaitwa nani? Pastor Kanyare, okay? Prophet Kanyari was once the husband to Betty Chalo. Betty, not Betty, Betty Bayo. Why am I confusing with Chalo? Betty Chalo is the former wife of this guy from Ukambani, but now I'm talking about Betty Bayo. Betty Bayo has been singing very good music. Of course, when you check online, you'll find her songs. She sang one of them, 11th Hour. Henrik Mahanda, welcome, welcome. Where are you from? I'm from Kenya. Kenya for you. I don't know what about you, Henrik. Where are you from? So welcome, welcome. Big celebrations happening in NYABOHANZE at Grandma's house. This is like the third celebration. I'm like, what is happening? People holding masoda all over the place and manyama are cooking and everything going on. I'm like, anyway, celebrate life. The other day you were very unwell, David Jr., and finally you are fine after the concussions and the traditional healing. No problem. We move ahead. So while looking at these videos all over the places, all I can see is that life is actually like a flower. You know, you can be a flower can be so fresh, like the last 2 or 5 minutes, so fresh, and then after a very short time, the flower just wilts and becomes an old, forgotten, stuff. Hey, I don't know. Today, Safaricom have decided. I've just bought bundles worth 50, and currently I can't see it. But anyway, let me see what to do about it. My fear is that when you turn the camera, you lose it, and you have to force yourself to show the entire screen, something I don't like doing. But anyway, the routers will be coming very soon. Why not? So guys, as we watch around to see Betty Bayo's resting finally, we have a lot to actually see over here. And her family actually now testifies that she had leukemia. Hey, I'm back. So please come back. Hey, I'm back. So please come back. I hope you have not gone anywhere. So the network issues with the bundles is also another crucial problem that is happening. Whenever I'm doing a video, like I'm forced to buy so much, indeed, I'll have to just work on my router. So guys, Betty Chalo passed on after fighting with leukemia, yeah, we call it leukemia. And it's a sad moment because we've seen her singing for us 11th Hour and many other songs. May her soul rest in peace. So let's look at this.
Well, for weeks, she suffered from fever, chills, and constant headaches. Her energy faded, and she began bruising easily. She does a national hospital privately. His spouse, several of the children, family, and friends at BAYO. We want to tell the members of the public, as today, at 1:03 p.m., we have lost this BAYO. It is no longer home, it is the food. Despite her growing weakness, she continued to carry herself with a quiet strength. However, she was eventually taken to hospital where doctors confirmed the diagnosis: blood cancer, leukemia.
Ngaruia has a heavy burden. A singer from the region, Betty Bayo, is currently admitted to AAR Hospital. Ngaruia and his fellow artists have been working.
So of course we saw Betty Chalo battle through a very tough moment when she was diagnosed with leukemia. Leukemia is a blood cancer that causes a kind of a challenge in the way maybe the red cells actually will cause that kind of resist against illnesses. So she battled through that, and she finally passed on at Kenyatta University Hospital. That is where I think she was. It was a sad moment, but she had a conversation with her daughter just before she died, and it's an emotional conversation. Remember, when she parted with Kanyari, she battled through that moment, but she got married to this other guy. Of course, we know it's a heartbreaking to the children, of course, but the children normally have been covered up by the two parents, both Kanyari and the other.
Nimetembea kwa hii channel ya my daughter And thank you so much for supporting her. The last time I was here, tulikuwa the time I hosted a video here, we were like 20 something thousand. Right now we are heading to 50K. So jipigeni makofi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, now nimekuja hapa because you guys know, like, Sky is now growing. Just the other day alikuwa katoto kadogo, sasa ana grow, so she's heading to her teen. She's heading to, and as a parent lazima ni improve my parenting. The way I used to treat her kitambo is not the same way naweza treat. I have to keep upgrading. So actually currently I don't sipigi kelele. Kitambo ningemshautia. Unajua African parent lazima ningeshout. Lakini sasa nimepunguza vita na kushout because I want her to be one of the, to be close to me, asiniogope, to trust me with the information, every complicated information anaweza kuwa anataka kujua, and trust. The last thing I would want is my daughter to trust somebody else more than me, you know. Like,
so that was the last moment when she was with her daughter, and she was proving that indeed Sky has had a best moment with her, and that she has built a relationship with her daughter, and she would wish to have the best moment. Of course, they had also a discussion during that moment.
Are you teen already? No, some few months to teen. And I've improved my parenting. I must improve.
I'm a teen, and like in a few months I'll be like a teenager.
Yeah, you'll be 13, right? So I've improved my parenting. I must improve. No shouting. Calm down, mama. Calm down.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. She like kind of improved. So
yeah, and then when I'm mad, I call you. We have a conversation. Sindo.
Yeah.
Ama ni rude shouting.
Yeah, I know.
So that is why we are here. We bond mother-daughter's moment, right?
Yeah.
So after you give me a memory, then you come.
Include it. Or when they want to make me feel bad, they have to include it. But it's not something that everybody knows about. But even if they knew, I really don't care.
But does it affect you on a personal level? Do you think that I did a mistake, or what do you think?
Mom, this thing doesn't have internet. No, I'm perfectly fine with it. Like, it doesn't affect me anyway. Affect me in any way.
But when your friend diss you with it, do you feel bad? Because they find like maybe they think it's something awkward.
No. Now I'll start finding you unattractive. I'll start like now everything that you do, it will be you. Cause like I don't know, it just gives me the ick. I don't know. Maybe it's cause you need to like start.
He said if you tell your parents, I'm going to beat you up or kill you. What can you do?
Right now.
And maybe it's somebody we really trust, like, you know, like we really trust.
I'll say, oh, okay.
Okay, so that is the last conversation Betty had with the daughter before going to hospital and succumbing to death. It's unfortunate, but it has happened, so let us just hope that finally the daughter will find their own solace in God, because the mother succumbed, but she was a very tough lady. Of course, we saw Kanyare also mourning over it, remembering that the daughter has been so close to her, and even though they had a divorce, I think somehow when you recall the past moments, maybe you may be forced to really focus. So Kanyara visited the hospital just after BAYO passed away, and these were the moments. What is this now?
Been encouraging us as single mothers on social. Yeah, of course, who was pronounced dead from. Yeah, so clearly, both of them were hit hard by Betty BAYO's death. Number one, Kanyari being the father to her two kids, you understand? And so hard to raise your kids.
So, of course, Kanyari has two kids with the lady. And the other guy, I think they have one kid, if I'm not wrong. So it really hurt And Kanyare posted a message saying, "It hurts in ways I can't explain. You left before I could say everything I needed to. I still see you in every laugh our children gives, in every little habit that reminds me of you. We had our moments, both the fire and the calm, but through it all, you are family. I'll carry your memory, your love, and your spirit forever. Rest easy. You'll always be missed." Of course, given that they had kids together, they stayed together for some moment. They were all within the Christian corridors, regardless of the sagas here and there. So we actually trust that possibly that message was genuine. May she rest in peace. All right, now let's come back to NYABOHANZE. NYABOHANZE, the village of drama. I don't know why David Jr. is now focusing on haters, because I see him, he has made a milestone in life, you know. He has made a milestone in life. So I don't know why every time he speaks in his video, he must refer to the haters will now not have to breathe. Haters will now not have what to say. Haters will now, and he always has videos that are negative. Actually, he talks about, "I regret visiting this family. The betrayers are here. I told them no. I had to tell them the end of this." You know, when you look at those titles, I don't see how positive they are. Though many people keep telling us, "Can you be positive? Can you be positive?" I'm like, life is not about positive alone. The reality of life is that we have positive aspects in life and we have negative. But as for us, people who react on the videos, we just do the critical analysis. And most times you cannot tell me I'm doing a critical analysis and I'll begin with, "Oh, yeah, you are good, you've done this, you are successful, oh, thanks." No, we look for those gaps because that is what really captures our attention. The reality is that even in life, if I start walking, what will capture the attention is when I'll falter and fall. Or if I'm actually eating, what will capture the moment is when I swallow, maybe loudly. You understand? So life is not about you seeing what is really just normal. We see the extraordinary. And these extraordinary moments, most times we have few successes we see, of course, out of that. Like the way he bought the other day a house, the way he did whatever he did. But then there are those moments in common videos, we'll see the errors, you know, the mistakes, the mishaps. And silence is not the way to actually cure those mistakes. For those people who tell us to keep quiet, I don't think I'll ever keep quiet about those. I'll never. Whenever I watch these videos, I see a problem, I'll just point it out. Like yesterday now, I was looking at Dimango. Dimango is in Poland and is always pointing as if Africa, we don't know much. And she comes from Africa. "In our village, we don't see these cars. In our village, I don't know what." I am so happy to drive in Poland because it's a first world country. I'm like, driving is driving. Even if I'm driving in a small village or in a small slum, I'm driving. It's all the same. Does it matter whether I'm driving in America or in Africa or in a village or in a slum? It doesn't matter. Is it that I'm sustaining my life daily? That's what matters. The haters will now go and wash themselves in a toilet. I'm like, hey, stop this. Stop these shenanigans. Nyinyi mmetoa chaja yangu na haina moto haki. So I just don't understand the problem right here, because I feel like if you really don't want people to react to our videos, then stop posting them. You know, there's no way you can post videos. Even myself, if I start doing my personal vlogs, and of course I've done some, I've even posted lessons, and I normally see people reacting, responding, telling me, "Here, you are so fast, here, you are supposed to add this," and I add here. When I do the next video, I improve. If people are not watching, you know, you will never add up. Andile Kendrick, welcome. Greetings from South Africa. Where are you from? I'm from Kenya. Welcome, Andile Kendrick. Thank you so much for showing up. I'm so appreciative. Lucy is like, "Do not mind them. They do not like feedback." They should appreciate feedback, because I've seen sometimes when you look at these people, the next thing they do, they improve because of feedback. And they improve because they watch people speak, but they don't want to appreciate that. I don't know, in life, even our president, we are making a lot of videos about our presidents, our local leaders, our governors, and so many other people around the world, and I've never seen them coming to tell us to keep quiet, or sending their convoy to tell us to keep quiet, you know. So I don't see how they can keep quiet. Africa will never unite. No politics, please. You don't want politics. Africa will never unite. That your name suggests. It's very painful. Washira Beatrice says it is indeed. Okay. It is indeed very painful. People are watching No Politics, my sister. They are. But today I'm not into politics, actually. I'm doing a social reaction. So welcome, welcome. Africa will never unite. And I'm telling you, you are actually here to watch whatever we are doing. Thank you so much. I appreciate. But if I may ask you, if I come from Africa and I go to America, for example, should I begin to downplay those people who are in Africa and say that they can't even drive in America? As long as they are driving, that is what matters, you know. Washira Beatrice says, like the video, guys, please. Thank you so much for encouraging them. I really encourage you also to subscribe to the channel as we continue watching into what happens around us, okay? So it's unfortunate that every time, you know, we see David Jr. doing a video. These days he does like 4 videos a day. In each of them, at some point, he will say, the haters will not breathe. The haters will now speak. The haters, I'm like, hey, what's happening? You go to the channel by Dimwango, she'll also say, hey, haters today have nothing to say. Haters today will be charging me. Our people are very fast to charge others. You wait, let them charge, but that's part of life, you know. There is no way you can even live your life, even if you are not on social media. Even if you are not on social media, even the people around you, even within the house or someone like that, they'll still have to judge whatever you are doing. They'll still have to tell you, you should have done this and not this. And some of those comments, even if we ignore them, they are very important. They are very important because they help us to improve tomorrow or the other day. Neema Omar, hello. Africa will never unite says, if I live in America as an African, I should act like Americans. Really? Okay, you should act like Americans, but you should not disregard Africa. Like, should you now go there and begin saying that Africa is trash? That is my question. Africa will never unite. That's my question. If you go to America today, do you disregard everything African and you begin talking ill about Africa? Like you begin saying that, you know, this is what we do in our village and here it's better, you know. You can't actually tell that. And if when we look at Devi, not Devi Jr., but Dimwango, of course we saw her plowing with a hoe that was used in Kenya maybe in I don't know whether it's on 1980 or 1970. That kind of hoe that the mother-in-law was using to plow, to weed the dania, is not a hoe that is really modern. It's not. When you talk about tractors, you were saying that, you know, in Kenya for us, we only use tractors once. I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? Because in Africa, even tractors, we use them a lot currently. Lucy says, Mwachamila Mtuma, I really agree with you because Lucy is abroad. But I don't think that she has really left everything African. We can't do that. When Americans come to Kenya, they don't leave everything America. We see them, you go around Mombasa, I've seen a lot of Americans, you know, the way they dress, the way they speak, the way they act. They act American, they don't act African. So why should we now be colonized? When you go to America, you want to be America. I like this lady known as Nafula. Nafula is in Germany, I think, and even BBTV. And they really value the African aspect, like even the meals and what have you. They still value that, and they still appreciate where they come from. Even if there is progress that you will consider, you will still have to value that. Anyway, it is a discredit actually to your country when you go elsewhere, and whatever is there is not is not the better version. For example, I saw Fruity. Fruity was exposing the aspect of that machine. The machine that the uncle to Poluska was using to grind the grains. It is an old school machine. Actually, when we learn in history, it was done in 1890 or something like that. But Dimwango is in Poland and is really jumping up and down because she has seen that machine. The winnowing machine. That winnowing machine is an old school thing. We don't even need it in Kenya. We need better machines and we have them. But she was celebrating teeth out and really jumping up and down because she has seen this and was like, yeah, here people are so much improved. The other day she sees a tractor, she wants to plow, and then she says, in Africa, you know, we don't use this one. I'm like, really? People who have large farms in Africa, they use the tractor. They use the tractor to plow their land, even to harrow, and even to harvest. Of degrading Africa is just a funny aspect that I've seen. And now you go to Poland, you see a Dodge, and you say that in I've not seen that much around my village. I'm like, sorry, sister. Anyway, David Jr. was all over the place. He went to this home that he had bought mattresses and a bedding in. And now he comes and he says, I regret visiting this family. I'm like, what are you regretting for? So I started to listen. Now let's just pay attention together and see what she is talking about.
So the mother of this home told me I have to convince the dad so that we can keep on the good work that we are doing. But it's because of the village mentality. So today I'm here to meet the dad. I don't know what to expect, so flow with the vibe till the end. Morning. Everything fine? Okay. They want to ring the dad of this home. Yeah. Kwani tutaka? Sidhani kama tutaka.
Tunataka tumuite mzee.
Now they want to call the dad of this home so that we can speak to him. Kwa hivyo yuko tu hapa karibu.
Now is your time. So what happened is that David Jr. went to this home, bought mattresses, bought a bed, and after he left, the people from the village started saying that it's a cult, he's in a cult and all that. Now today he has come to communicate to the father of the home. I'm like, if I'm helping a home and they begin calling me a cultic member, I don't have to confirm anything. I leave whatever I gave them to them. And if they believe that there is a cult anywhere, they can return whatever they were given. But should we really convince them otherwise? If you really think that you are just straightforward, you go on with your business. Don't bother with them because you don't have to. But then, hey, RX, Reyasan, whatever you are writing, are you writing a song or what are you writing? Anyway.
Hi. They are ringing their dad. The dad, but he's very hesitant. I can hear the conversation. Alright, they're trying to convince the dad.
Convince to do what?
Which is the husband which is the dad for Lucas. But right now, things are taking a turning point. But I don't know what I should do. So the best way, maybe I reach out to the donor. Personally, I did my very best. And the rest, I leave it to God. Okay. So I see tutasema bye-bye. Si twende hivyo. Sasa mama, tutafanya aje? Ulituambia leo tukuje tuone mzee. Na ni ukweli tumekwambia tunakuja. Kufika hapa hayuko. Kupigiwa simu ako karibu. Sasa tufanye aje? Ukana ni pesa ya watu. Ndio inaleta hivi shida. Mimi sitaki. Nakwambia kutengenezewa duka yako na ni pesa ya watu. Let's go. I want to talk to the pastor. I need to tell him he should not spread lies. He should be. Huh? Sini hapa. Kwa basa. Yes, yeah, he needs to be told the truth. He needs to be a truthful man. He needs to be told this is what we do. Okay, let's go. Haya, tutaenda huko. Haya. Atanipeleka ni mimi niende nimuone. Okay guys. Now we just agreed he will take me to where his dad is, you know. Imagine guys, it's like wanakuja warekebishe kila kitu, waende utaverify.
So finally David Jr. goes and hunts for the owner of the home, and the man agrees, and he still posts a video, I regret. I'm like, what is he exactly regretting?
Exactly. Even you can you know reach out to lots of people around the world through the internet. So what we are doing here, it's a good work. Nothing attached. Or what was your thought initially?
No, I was told so many things.
Okay, speak out, Pastor.
He was told so many things.
You know, so many people, they really say that you are doing maybe something is not possible to the other people. I mean that they told us that this is YouTube.
Yeah, this is YouTube. YouTube platform.
So they told us that when your support is not the really good one.
Oh,
that's how the people are saying.
Okay, what do you mean the support is not real? Good one?
Because they say that when you support people, they really ask the question, where are you getting these things? So we try to think, I think, but according to me, I know that you are supporting people, you are helping.
Okay, according to you, what do you think is the source?
No, I know that this thing, for those people, they are not able to do anything. You really help them.
Yeah, exactly.
See? That is what I know, according to me. But to other people, they really ask the question that where are these people getting this thing from?
All right. Okay, for them, they think, where are we getting from?
They think that is the question that I really ask by myself.
For you, where do you think we get these things from?
Me, I know that you help them.
Because like he believed.
They believe of...
You have to go learn theology. It's more of Christianity, education. But when you say it's a group, I feel confused, Pastor. Tricky situation.
So Pastor
Pastor
was confused.
Yeah, we are together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we shall speak that one and we shall contact and
yeah, but here we are helping lots of people around here. Yeah. Okay, Pastor, nice having you.
Okay.
People can be treated mentally, or we need a school where, people can get educated. Let me get to know in the comment section. Ironical, Pastor says we are in a chaotic situation, but at the same time, he needs our big support. Yeah? When I ask him, does he know theology? He just said it's a group of people. Tricky situation. So let's keep going this way. Honestly, guys, at times our own parents can be our dream killers, because I asked Pastor, can you allow your kids to venture on content creation? He said...
So David Jr. comes out and tells us that he regrets coming to this home because they are now finally telling us or telling him that he's in a cult and that is where he gets money to help people. And he is here saying, should we build a hospital to treat mentally challenged people? I'm like, which people are mentally challenged? When people have this kind of thoughts, it's not because they are mentally challenged. It's only that they don't understand the in-depth of things we are doing. And why not just explain to them? Why not make it clear to them? Why not even enhance them to understand what to do? So that they don't have questions surrounding what you are doing. Like content creation is a field that is being ventured, but not many people have ideas about what happens. Even, let's say, in my family, not everyone is doing content creation, While some of us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and whatever it is, Others are not into it. Maybe they fear that if you expose yourself so much to the public, it's bad. There are those who feel like that is not really going to pay. You know, people have different reasons. So just making them understand how, for example, those sponsors are operating. What is so difficult in explaining? So David Jr. has no time to explain what is happening. All he has to do is to go around the village to complain because he knows it will be content that is dramatic. So he goes on to complain, and at the same time he says, now haters have what to say. Haters have what to say. I'm like, hey, we are just critical analysts. We are not haters, because what have we to hate here? Yeah. Haters in the air. He also came up with a video, another one today. In fact, it's ongoing, a premiere. And he was like, a suspicious visitor has arrived with gifts. We had to send him back. I'm like, you always suspect. Sometimes when you suspect people, just receive those gifts and give them over. The same way you do on food. You normally pick food and give it over to someone else. But when you keep throwing titles, a suspicious visitor has arrived, we had to send him back. Will she manage? You know, there is a lot of skepticism, what we call being skeptical. You know, David Jr. has a lot of skepticism. He doubts everything. He doubts people. He doubts motives. He doubts people who are reactors. He doubts even people who are brought to him to work. There is a point where he was even doubting Brian. But currently I can see he's harvesting a lot from Brian's end. Because any video he does for Brian, he harvests. You know? At some point, he also said he cannot eat at Grandma's place because anyone can ruin the food. Another time, he says the lady is unhygienic, that's why he can't eat. Then another time, he's taking porridge from there and concoction from there. I'm like, hey. The other day, he's like, I regret visiting this family. Things fall apart. What is this that is falling apart? Let me know. Guys, let me know what can make such a young person to be so suspicious. Has he messed up with a lot of people that he suspects that anyone can maybe ruin him? I don't know. I just don't know. We are into 37 minutes. We are left with around 23 minutes. But I just have a lot of questions around this family. Because it's not only David Jr. who suspect that haters will talk about it, or haters will have nowhere to hide, or haters will be suffocating, or haters will be I don't know what. But Dimango also does the same. Do we live a life whereby... Oh, thank you so much, Lucy. Lucy says, I have to go now. Bye. Welcome so much. And thank you for having been here. I appreciate. So let me go and check on... MARWA. MARWA, of course, has launched this safaris company, and he has finally said that it is owned by Rochot. Of course, if you may ask me, then I may agree that if he puts the hand of Rochot in it, it will be well managed. When I look at analysis on whether MARWA can manage a business better than Rochot, I think Rochot can. Only that maybe they have agreements, because some people normally think that she will run away with everything, and also MARWA had that kind of thought. But she can really manage business very well, because I can see even the way she thought about the fact that visitors should have, you know, the kikois, they should have the sunburn oil, they should have the mosquito repellent. When I look at her thought, then I really have to give credit to her. And again, I saw a lot of people complain about Rochot treating the parents the best. What do you want her to do? Of course, if you have parents coming to visit you, you must give them the best, you know? You give them the best. So the parents, when we look at the tickets, I remember the day MARWA was saying we have to book tickets for the parents, and she quickly said, I've already done. So what does that tell us? It is Rochelle who booked the ticket for her family. But some people are feeling so bad. They're like, this lady is squandering everything. I'm like, what did you want her to do? She's also a YouTuber. She's making a lot of followings, and viewers are really watching her content. And people are just annoyed because when they see the kind of splendor that is being splashed around, the luxury, they are so annoyed. But remember, even Marwa is a rich commando. Marwa has ever told us already that he earns a salary next to the president. So I don't see a problem with him spending on Rocho's family. Only that he has also to reciprocate that to the mother, because the mother has retired. She needs also a holiday. She has worked all her life like as a teacher. Remember, she went through a very strenuous moment. I don't even know why Kohera gets to speak about, this lady. Kohera always bangs her, but I don't think it's right, because Kohera really mistreated this lady before she left for another marriage. He was a man who was an abuser. He was an abuser who expected her to do everything, like come from school, cook, wash, bathe, do everything. If we look at the video, there's a message here. And he was not even helping her to go through a college. So she had to struggle through her own ways to go to TTC. And when she left the son in the hands of the mother, then came back, things were not fine until she had to move away. It's unfortunate she again married another molester, Kohera. Not Kohera, but Congrats dad, the Machete man. And Machete man had to actually ruin Marwa by leaving him when his eyes had been bruised. He did not take care of this boy until the boy became blind, partly blind. He would not be what he is. But maybe, we don't know. Yeah, so the boy actually struggled through life until today he is a big YouTuber. But does that mean that now Kohera should have any decision about the life of Maru? I don't think so. He doesn't have to, because he was not there at the moment when he needed him most. When he was a young boy, before he lost his eyesight and all that, that is the moment he needed him most. But currently, I don't think Maro will even look anywhere around him. So when I see Koheria actually coming out to talk about, talk about Marwa, or talk about even Rosho, I don't know whether he's a reactor or what is he trying to do. Is he actually having the premium tiers because he can't have the son? There is no day, I don't think there is any day Marwa will need him, even if it's politics. He can use other ways to get to it. He doesn't need Kohera Senior. And when you look at even the current family of Kohera, Kohera has been a teacher. And even though the salaries are minimal, I don't think that is the kind of life he should be living as a retiree. I don't think so. So when I look at that, then I say we should stop blaming Rosho so much. Rosho is also living her dream. She has told us so many times she dreamt of horses, she has them now. She dreamt of having been in a certain city where she can beg from a cooker. Now she has the cooker. It came, finally, after that conflict in Nairobi. So I don't think we should keep blaming and saying that the parents are here and they are being given the best. Marwa should also think of doing the same if he wants to offer the mother such a treatment. Of course, we have ever seen. Fayaz, hello, welcome in the house. Thank you so much. And I appreciate Fayaz. This is Kenyan speaking on the platform about aspects around Kenya. Of course, we've seen one of them already, and we are going into another. So when I looked at yesterday's video, and so many people are bashing. They were kind of bashing so much Rosho. I was like, you cool down. This is a rich guy. This is a rich guy. Maro has a salary almost same as the president. So he can do all he can for the in-laws, because in-laws require special treatment, whether it's from the daughter-in-law or from the son-in-law. And here, the focus is on launching the company, remember. Possibly because Fayaz says, from India, welcome, welcome. You people with the aspect of having been there before, like, what is this? Anyway, welcome Fayazo in the house. Let me focus on this because we are left with 15 minutes. We should be finishing this video, and I appreciate the presence of so many people who are coming around. Please like the video. What are you waiting for? Like the video and also subscribe to the channel. We have so many people watch us, but they don't actually subscribe to the channel. I don't know, for whatever reason. So please subscribe to the channel as we proceed into our discussion. I have heard a lot about the world. Which world? Which world have been? You do a good job. What's your qualification? Of course, if you have watched my channel for years and you have subscribed, then you must be aware, because I've answered all these questions before. But I've never ever been in India before. Of course, these are places we should venture. They say life is about adventure. So welcome to the channel, and please drop comments based on what we are doing. I don't know whether we've watched these people here. So let's go down into this analysis. Of course, he dropped one video for us today. He says the ultra 1%. The ultra 1% treatment in my in-laws arriving from Argentina. Mr. Luis in Africa. I was like, hey, Marwa seems to be so excited about Mr. Luis. At least he has this one person that he likes from this family. He will always mention Mr. Luis. So this old man is lucky. At least, I've heard about bonding between son-in-law and father-in-law. And I think this is one of the best moments. So let's check on this. Ramona.
Guys, we're starting a new day. We start with Mama. Habla, hola.
¿Qué madrugón? Hola, hola, acá estamos, encerrado, en un cosito de uno por uno.
She's saying we are here, we are in a closed environment, in a lift. Then
Good morning, everyone.
Yes, tourist Rocio.
Tourist Rocio.
Mutali. You say Mutali.
Mutali.
Maisha. Maisha. Yeah. What is the Luis? Ja. Ja. Okay, thank you. Guys, we woke up at 5. Cuidado aquí. Guys, we woke up at 5 a.m.
Hey, you are punishing these old people. Waking up so early like that, why?
Feels like New York or anywhere else. So sometimes when people tell you Africa, even they have a vending machine. Can you imagine you can buy stuff at night? You drop your coins there and tickling. Oh, that's very smart. So imagine they have a vending machine.
Yeah, very good.
Where is Mr. Luis going?
He's looking at cars.
At cars?
Yes.
¿Cuál, Mr. Luis? Ese es Lexus.
Ah, Lexus.
Lexus.
Yeah.
Mr. Luis is looking at cars. He gets intrigued. Mira, Honda. So let's do this for now.
Yeah, so of course, the visitors had to go to Nairobi Park. Before going back home. And the safaris is working for us. So we are venturing, of course, looking into what Marwa can offer. But now he says this is Rosho's company. Of course, Rosho might be the engine behind it, just managing things. I hope the manager will be coming back soon, because a safaris company needs a lot of attention, a lot. And Marwa, I don't think is very keen about that. He is always from one thing to the other. Yeah, he's always moving from one thing to other, from the horses to the swimming pool, from the swimming pool to the fish pond, from the fish pond to the construction, from the construction to safari. So he needs the hand of Rosho and maybe a manager here to do it. Anyway.
Let's just do it the way it is. Then later we will. rafiki yetu akwambie tuna tomar foto. Lugares como esta en el día hay leones. Guys, we are moving around.
So Marwa took the family to the park, and unfortunately they did not see the animals. Of course, on a cool day like this, it's expected animals should be there. But I think the best park where you can find these animals easily, I've seen it when you go to Tsavo Park and Masai Mara, you will actually find the animals easily. When you come to Nairobi Park, sometimes the animals distance themselves, I don't know, for whatever reason. So how I wish that Marwa should have organized to take this family to Masai Mara and also let them rest, because I feel like if they travel all day from Argentina to Africa, then just boom, the tours begin. I feel they are a bit tired anyway. It is their way. It is their choice. It is their, okay, their cup of tea. Let me see here.
Yes, you guys can see. Ostrich. Okay, vamos, Matata. You see, it's very hard to see lions. So this guy, he put... It's coming. Tell him it's coming. See, just wait. Just wait.
So Maru actually had to show the prowess also in Spanish language. He's so lucky that at least, unlike Dimango is struggling with Polish language and saying it, at least for him he can say it with ease and communicate with his people. And everything is on fire. Gideon Basal says fire. So it's fire for fire. The rich man is actually taking the in-laws around, and thank God he has his own vehicle, because he filled the 2 tanks, so no more expenses here, okay? And he's taking the best moment, waiting for the lions, and before then.
Guys, we're in a safari here with Mr. Luis and family. They are here enjoying. They have seen a lion. I'm telling you, it's right there. I don't know if you can see the lions.
But right, you have sent them scene.
Yeah. Oh my God. Very beautiful, beautiful sighting. Number 1. Mura, geuka twende. Tufuate king. I'm telling you guys, very beautiful sighting. Look how many people are here, guys. That guy has saved us.
Yeah, what, really?
So guys, can you imagine how this lion, we call it from the bush? One guy in this van played sound of another lion, and this one heard from so far, and it came looking for that lion. Here it's making noise. Do you hear? Do you hear? Mira cuánto Land Cruisers hay aquí. Mira, hay otra. miren la hago para mirar chiquitito. Esa.
We have to touch some zebras.
Okay.
Common and baby zebra.
But look, these two have the same lines, but the other doesn't have. Mira, Mr. Luis, esos dos tienen mismo, how do you say lines? Líneas, pero la otra no. Mira, mira, aquí es muy...
So we had to see a lot of animals, including ostriches, the gazelles, the lion, and all that. But all I can say was very conducive for these animals. I don't know why it was that, but I've ever gone to Tsavo Park and also to Narok, this other park, we call it what? And of course, it was a calm environment. We saw a lot of lions, we saw hippopotamus, we saw the ostriches, we saw the gazelles, the impala, the wild beasts, and all that, you know. So, of course, so all that, Nicholas Mundui, I don't know what you're saying. I don't even have time to really read through. But I saw a lot of stuff going on and on and on. And the family really having the best moment, of course. The fact that Marwa has a lot of plenty in his hands. So he was able to actually manage all that, okay? And take the family all along to Nairobi Park and all that. But we have so many parks in Kenya, of course. They can also explore Masai Mara and many other. And of course, Masai Mara is the easiest because it's near the NYABOHANZE, unlike Tsavo Park, because Tsavo Park have ever gone to it. It is away right in Taita Taveta. We have the east and the west aspect of them. So you can explore all that, okay? So you explore all that and let the family enjoy, because anyway, it is what it is. So guys, I don't know. People have different thoughts about whatever is happening right here. But what I can say is maybe an entire period of creating room for the family, also the other family, to enjoy or even have to collaborate, because I've just seen Uncle Mo. Uncle Mo also dropped a video saying now the in-laws in the village, and I didn't look at that video because I never got time to check on that. But for what I've looked at, generally I can say there is an air of excitement for Rochelle right there, because of course she has her family right here, okay? And we can also see everything happening in the light of what dream she had as she was doing for us so many videos that we watched. But on the other hand, I don't know why the focus is haters. We cannot see that on the end of Marwa. Of course, he's not talking about that. He hardly focuses unless he's doing a live stream. That is when he can do that. But on the other hand, we can see David Jr. and basically Dimango talking about haters will do this, haters will do this, haters will do this. I'm like, relax. Haters have no room. The only thing they have is to analyze and get the views, the right views they have to get. But anything else like hard feelings, it's away. It's neither there nor there. So we saw the family celebrating, going to different places, giraffes and all that. And I know the old men and women are having the best moments of their time in Kenya. A moment they'll never forget, okay? And of course, they'll appreciate their daughter, Rochelle, for them, you know, making it happen for them. And finally, they are exploring Africa. Maybe something they wouldn't have done if Rochelle wasn't here. So as people talk about this or that, I don't blame her, because that is something everybody would do for their parents. Why not? everybody, if for example I live today here to another different place, I would wish that my parents explore that place if I have that capacity. And maybe possibly we just pray that Congress mom has an opportunity to go and explore Poland and have Dimango giving her the best experience in Poland, because most times, of course, there are daughters who give this kind of treat to their parents or make it happen, if I may say that in a common situation. I saw, was it BBTV, talking about that parents should always expect, or rather she does it for her parents, and I said, of course you are a daughter, so you will automatically do that for your parents. But for the sons, unless maybe there is a family thought about it, that's when it can happen that something of this sort can come handy. So as we see a lot of analysis coming out, this is my own perspective that I give here. And the spending here is worthwhile because, you know, when you look at the other end, when, for example, they were having a holiday, when the holiday was being spent in Mombasa, Watamu, Kilifi, all that was happening was about sponsors. But now this one is about themselves. So let them actually spend as they launch, because Marwa told us that he's going to launch the company. Yeah, he's going to launch the company when he arrives in the village. And maybe after launching, if he is planning to go to Masai Mara, he may take along Congress mom. I hope so. I just hope so. So that, you know, when you retire, sometimes also you are tired after working so much. You have not had time to explore because there is a calendar there you have to strictly follow. And when you break for holidays, maybe you are doing your personal activities to improve here and there. So the only time that she can actually celebrate and go away and holiday, it's this. And I am hoping that it is a moment that the son will now think about it and do what is necessary. But this aspect of haters, I can't blame them. I think it's not necessary. It's not necessary. Even as you can see, I'm trying to avoid much long conversations on my channel. If someone drops a very long comment, I don't have time to actually go through reading because it may just distract my attention. So I focus so much on what I'm doing. That's what's important for now. Then I can read those comments later and see what I have to see. But otherwise, I'm so appreciative to you, your lovely audience. You keep watching, encouraging, giving your opinion, but basically in a way that is respectful. It doesn't you may be differing with my opinion, but only that you give whatever thought you have in a very respectful way. So otherwise, thank you so much, and may God bless you. I also appreciate for those who are come to mourn for Betty Bayo and you know, recall her moments. You know, if the loss of a life is something that we have to mourn, because regardless of whatever situation, maybe some people may have hard feelings or whatever, but we wish that she rests in peace. Yeah, thank you so much. Let's meet tomorrow on another platform. Maybe political. If you love political, of course, I automatically begin with political analysis before I come to social analysis. And of course, lessons, I'll try them because these are holidays. Some parents have requested for lessons, so I'll still go back to it. Okay? Yeah. So bye-bye. Have a nice time. Yani,